Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Divya. Today I'll be guiding you through a really beautiful nature-based meditation. As you can see, I'm surrounded by lush flowers and trees and garden. I'm actually in my mom's garden in California, and I thought it would be a great time for us to practice something that feels very grounding and rooting and helps us come back to ourselves, especially in a season of transition. All you'll need today is yourself and a comfortable seat. Let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and come down to a seat. As you can see, I'm joined by my nephew here. His name is Kaju. So he's gonna practice with us. So go ahead and come down to a seat. Maybe you'll sit in Sukhasana with your ankles crossed, knees down towards the earth. Go ahead and flip the palms to face down on the knees. Roll the shoulders up and back so the shoulder blades go down the spine. Gently draw the navel in towards your back. Drop the chin slightly so it's parallel to the floor. And imagine there's a string gently pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling or the sky, just to keep some length in the spine. From here, seal the lips and gently let the eyelids come to close. Follow your natural breathing pattern, just noticing the quality of the inhale and the exhale. Don't force the breath, just noticing how it automatically feels. One more cycle of breath on your own. And let it go. On the next breath in, I want you to reach the crown of your head high towards the ceiling, feeling the spine lengthen as you go. Maybe the chest opens slightly. And on your exhale, keep this length, but find a little bit of release through your thighs, your knees, your shins, letting yourself get heavy and sink into the floor. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, finding length in the spine, and exhale to release and root. And again, inhale, lengthening, and exhale, rooting. Stay with this breath, making the space in between the inhales and the exhales smaller and smaller until it feels like a continuous loop. Because the focus of today's meditation is to ground and connect yourself back to your roots, back to nature, we have the palms facing down to keep the energy loop closed. I want you to bring to mind the things that ground you the most, the things that root you into the deepest parts of who you are. Some call this your values or your character traits. For example, for me, one might be authenticity. The quality of authenticity is one of my defining characteristics, and it's something that I use to define most of my actions. So for today's practice, given that we are grounding, take a moment to think about this value, and it might be different than mine. And as you breathe in, focus on that value. And as you exhale, find where in the body you feel this value the most. Focus on that feeling of certainty, of clarity about who you are. And as you get closer to finding where in the body this value comes from, let's send our awareness to that part of the body. You can imagine it as a ball of light, as a pocket of space, as just a warm sensation. Whatever your tool might be, send that awareness to your part of the body. And as you breathe in, maintain that awareness. And as you exhale, release any tension or reservation you might have about embodying this quality, any way that you might be holding back. Inhale to be aware, and exhale to give yourself permission. A few more breaths, just focused on this place and this value. These various values that we hold, that define us, become our nature. They become the way that we carry ourselves within our own world internally, and it also begins to echo in our actions and the way that we relate to other people, to situations. And because today's practice is focused on grounding, we'll briefly come back to the breath, using the exhales to get heavy through the body, rooting yourself down into the earth physically, but also holding on to this value, this place that we've sent our awareness, and sending it throughout the body, letting this value become the anchor of who we are. Take a few more breaths. Focusing on this feeling, let's start to send our awareness and draw it away from, not really away from, but magnify it from the focus point that we have in our body, and start expanding it, letting it spread outward across our chest, our core, up the spine, down the hands, all the way into the fingertips, down the legs, into the toes. And I guess we're going to be concluding our meditation there. Kaju says we're done. So slowly bring your awareness back to yourself. Start to feel the sensation in your fingers and your toes, wiggling them slightly. Maybe drop your ear to one shoulder and then the other. Rolling the neck in one direction and then the other way. Start to reinvigorate your breath, bringing awareness and sensation back to the throat, to the nostrils. And on the final exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out. When you're ready, gently flutter your eyes open, come back to the space around you, and we will conclude our meditation here. Thank you so much for practicing with me. As always, I hope that you felt a sense of grounding, that you were able to find and expand upon that value which grounds you into the essence of who you are, and practice giving yourself permission to fully embody whatever that value is and not shrink behind it. Again, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.
I said it.
You were
Kata
doing
Remy.
so perfectly.
Chakra Kuti.